yummy, make some paper, yeah.
Peace. Yo, peace to my divine infinite consciousness and peace to my divine infinite self in all realms and realities. Peace to all the gods and peace to all the goddesses and peace to all the earths. We're going to put the goddess up in there because, that's just how we got to do it. We roll in hand to hand, masculine, feminine, divine masculine and divine feminine. Each one denoting the opposite within their own self and being and adding on to the cipher. All right, so yeah, we're going to build about the actual power and the spiritual attack on man's light within his body. We're dealing on the semen retention, yo. You have a spiritual seed that's inside of you that's born in the sacral that rises up. This has been known for thousands of years. We put it together. These people came into the game and gave us different cosmologies, reversed the roles of what God and Creator is, and giving us their form of doctrine. More so, we was forewarned. It's pretty much in the Quran what they say a bliss who's going to cause chaos and confusion too before the man is on the earth that's going to cause it. So all these things is meant to happen, in order for one to be able to master the weakness of their self. And being a spiritual being in a physical form like this, you have to be able to master those things. You hear the Vulcans talking about the Pungfar and all that, you know what I mean? But you have to be able to master these things, you know what I'm saying, within man first. And they know this because if you don't do this, this is how you're going to fall victim to the weakness of your own desires. Because you're here and you only going against yourself when it's all said and done, whether it's the weakness in the bowels, the low scum of yourself that you don't like to look at. That's one of them cycles. But after these cycles, this is what make you stronger, and this is dealing with the soul, and also the gene benefits from it too. Even though the gene is limited, because the soul is that world is more. It's a lot of different things, a lot of different mansions. This is the only way you can explain it. But you're dealing in the corporate world, which is like the physical world. You're pretty much subjected to these laws, no matter what king on earth is, you know what I mean? No matter who it is, you know what I mean? It's still the Most High's laws that they have to be subject to. No matter if they try to make a new element, it won't be able to last long because it doesn't come with the program here of the Creator. So anyhow, though, we're going back to raising up the seed that goes through all the way up to the top into the chimney into the brain, where it releases, a lot of information that's locked inside and allow you to go deeper within yourself. And also, when I say the self, the external self too, as well, to plug into the firmament and gain the information, or plug into the ethereal world that's right above us. Because whatever they try to tell you about different planets, far as hell, from light planes and all that, it sounds good, but that's just an illusion they want to give you because their 3D mind can't even comprehend the shit dealing on this plane. And they know in order to stay on this plane, they got to keep organs from original people on this plane. So this is where semen retention is very important for you, woolly-haired man, because this raises your life force. And they know this because it was hard to break you in the beginning. Because you was, basically virgins, strong as hell, just lifting shit, moving tons and shit with 300 feet per hour type shit. So, and they know this, man. And also through music and vibration, tapping into, we had plants like coffee, these things that just you utilize them for your benefit, dealing with the neurons and all these things, and the coca plant and all this. We use all these things for different things, even the heron plant for deep meditation and deep surgery, but surgery in a different form of fashion. So yeah, man, what you're working with now is one of the lowest of the lowest tools to have to work with for a metaphysician or a physician or a physical physician. You don't have that many tools right now. All you have is yourself. So pretty much the best thing to do is to since they attacking you, is to stop watching the porn for sure. Don't even think about a wisdom. Like on that note, you can't do that. Once you get lower than her, she got you. And so she will begin to search for someone that's higher than her. It's like the narcissistic nature that's coming out of her. You know what I mean? Having a triangle situation or the borderline personality. But it's the cluster B. We're going to put that in there so you can add all that together. And so therefore she'll find a man that's a little bit stronger than you that, of course, what chicks do to their side dude, way more than they do to their main dude, basically. So that's what make the side dude look at it like, man, I can't be, man, shit, I won't be able to wife you, but they have a karmic bond or whatnot. So to heal yourself, you have to pull back, store up your energy, heal it. It will release at times until you get this mastered. There's no technique. You can utilize certain techniques to give you an understanding, but there's no certain technique that is made out all the way. It's planted only in your soul and in your DNA for those who are able to master this activity. And then you will see that heaven really awaits you, especially in the mind, because it's not clouded by fat asses all day. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get lower and lower and lower. And when you want different wisdoms, then you really don't. That's a far way to climb up from out of the bottom of yourself. It's a far way to get up to even thinking, and that you're a higher thinking being. But when you're down that low, you know what I'm saying? You can slip up, especially with all this stuff. You can slip up and find out other weaknesses that you may have. If you're not careful, you will be there and stay there. This program is already done. It's been done, really. You're just around doing different aspects depending on the conscious level you at right now in your experience of experiencing this. Because for some of us, you're just the example that still didn't make it, so you be the one that we have to look at how not to do it. For others, you the example on how to make it, and you're showing us how and giving us an idea and inspiration to do it. So it's all mixed together in real life, you know what I mean? But you got to figure out where you at. So when you find certain beings that enlighten you in whatever form or fashion, if it's negative or positive, you know what I'm saying? You'll take note. You'll know when it's presented to you. These are tests, and this is how you get through this board. This is a spiritual board. That's why you have to cut the TV off, the program, and see life for what it is and get back in tune with the life, because life will get back in tune with you. But if you're too busy walking around, going into the bathrooms and busting nuts and all of that, especially with certain people, then you stay in the lower chakras. You won't get the spiritual gifts. You may be super talented, or you may be a super artist as far as drawing or whatever, but you keep on releasing and you're coming back and you realizing like, damn, I'm not even gonna have to drive no more, all that, because you haven't allowed your energy to rise up at least to your third chakra. That's like 3 months. You'll feel super at 3 months. You know what I'm saying? You feel super at 4 days if you can go 4 days, because it'll be something you never felt before. So it's like, yo, keep it moving, keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Know your power. Your power is the truth, and it's a magnetism. The more light you get into you, the more you magnetize these things towards you. You become a magnet. Now you can pull, negative things to you or positive things, but they will come no matter what. So yeah, that's how you channel in the information. You know what I'm saying? You came with the universe, yo. Woolly hair beings came with the universe. And so everything else, any other species that's right now if their soul, if they didn't start off as a soul level coming into this corporal world, then they dropped in vibration. Then they either started from the weakest genetic biological entity on the planet, as far as like dealing with the human aspect, because you go through every mineral through different schools. This is just a school right here, and this is one of the mansions in the Father's house. So they either can come in here at a genius level from their graduation level from that school and surpass certain levels in the mineral world and go straight to animated world, or higher, just depending on that drop of soul. Most High like to see them type of drops of their soul. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, Most High see even that drop of soul go to waste just to see it and get the feeling and get the understanding of itself. It goes up and down and it gets better and better forever and ever. Most High never stops doing this. So he'll use different vibrations of itself to make itself better. So you can say he, she, whatever, but he or she is the 8th letter in the alphabet, and the alphabet was English, and English was also spoken, when they say, by the Lumerians or whatnot, or in the land of Pan or Mu. But in the other languages too, pictorial and song language. You know what I mean? And we're not talking about from a primitive level. We're talking about actually from cycles upon cycles of mastering the consciousness and how to live in harmony with the earth and with this plane called Tiamat or Terra.